My reverential pranams at Swami's Lotus Feet. Respected Director, the speaker for this morning session, Mr. Sundar Anantharaman, teachers and dear student brothers, Sairam to all of you. It's my pleasure to introduce the speaker for this moral class session, Mr. Sundar Anantharaman. Mr. Sundar hails from Bangalore. He completed his college education from Mehboob College, Secunderabad in 1977, after which he served the industry as a marketing professional in the consumer durable industry in Bangalore for around 14 years. Since 1995, Mr. Sundar is heading his own firm, Sai Consultants, and provides services on soft skill training and mentoring. He has conducted workshops on soft skills and personality development in various educational institutions and corporates in India. Shri Sundar is an ardent devotee of Bhagavan and an active member of Shri Sathya Seva organization. He is a bhajan singer, and being part of the Brindavan bhajan group, he had the good fortune of rendering bhajans in the divine presence. In March 2010, he had coordinated the project of chanting Ekadash Rudram at various places in Bangalore city, and also had the opportunity to lead the team to Prashant Nilayam and chant Rudram in the divine presence. On multiple occasions, Sir has addressed the students here in Brindavan and also at the Prashant Nilayam campus of our institute. He has also delivered talks in the Sai Kulwant Hall at Prashant Nilayam during various festivals. Presently, he is the state spiritual coordinator of Shri Sathya Seva organization, South Karnataka. With these few words, I now invite Mr. Sundar Anantharaman to come over to the podium and share his thoughts with all of us on the topic, Life is a Challenge, Meet It. Mr. Sundar.
Offering my most humble pranams at the rosy lotus feet of Bhagavan, respected Director of the Brindavan campus, Dr. Shivakumar, Dr. Rangarajan, Dr. Sundareshan, Sri Jain, and all the faculties, and my dear student brothers, a warm Sairam to all of you. This was not a prepared session, so I have not come here with any presentation as such. But I will try my best to convert this into a heart-to-heart communication, in the sense that it will be a family type of communication. Basically, I am going to share my own life experiences and experiences of my work life, which taught me a lot of lessons. I'll start with a story. It was way back in 1978. There was a young boy, a student of just 18 years. He was living in Secunderabad and wanted to join Bhagwan's college in Brindavan. He had heard about Bhagwan's institutions. At that time, in fact, it was not a recognized institute to any it was not a deemed university, it was attached to Bangalore University. Being an ardent devotee, being the family being devotees of Bhagwan, he was hell-bent on joining. So his elder brother was working here, so he took a train, finished his exams there and came here to join Brindavan College. But as ill luck would have it, what happened was there was no entrance examinations those days. This boy tried his best and came here. By the time he came here, the admissions were all filled because the exam started very late in Secunderabad. So by the time he came here, the admissions were full and we couldn't get admission. But having come to Bangalore, he joined one college and pursued his education. What happened later was that perhaps with a lot of involvement, he joined the organization and tried to emulate what the students were experiencing in the college. Like maybe stories similar to Ekalavya. This boy continued his education, joined the organization and all that. The person is a man now and a senior citizen also. And the person is no other than the person standing in front of me. Brothers, you do not perhaps realize the value of being a student in this blessed institution. People outside know the value of this institution. This is not an ordinary institution. It is Bhagavan's institution. It is started by Avatar himself. We take it as incidents which happens in our lives. Unconsciously we try to join the institute and go around the activities and all that. But you will realize it more when you go out and face the world. The values which is being taught here, how useful it is to your mental makeup to face the challenges of the world. That is why life is a challenge. Meet it. I was not even fortunate to have joined Balvika's classes. My mother, though she was not a Balvika's guru, was our guru. In fact, my brother is here. She was our first and the only Balvika's guru who taught all the morals to us, Ramayanam, Mahabharatam, Bhagavatam, and various things. She used to narrate in such a manner that we become emotional. She used to dramatize about Rama, she used to dramatize about Krishna, she used to dramatize about Sita's, separation from Rama and things like that. That I used to even feel like, how can I weep in presence of my parents? So I used to go to bathroom in the pretext of taking a leave and then weep there and come back. She was our Balvika's guru. Later on, see, Swami puts you in various situations in life that you learn both positive and negative things in life. It is His divine design for you, and it is a prescription for you to go through that experiences, both positive and negative. And then He will mold you. That is the way He chisels your mind. That is the way He matures your mind. So, life moved on. And I was having a flair for sales and marketing. Because I was like traveling. That's the only thing, nothing else. I didn't want like stationary jobs. So I wanted to travel, meet people. Right? So I went around and I joined a company called Usha International Limited, which used to manufacture sewing machines and fans. I joined there as a sales trainee and continued there for 15 years till 1992. And it was in 1995 that I started a company of my own, a small firm of my own, taking the benefits of the corporate contacts which I had at that point of time in the area of recruitments and training. Now, and marketing, you need to have certain skills. Now, predominantly, I am going to focus my presentation today on the skills required for all of you when you go out of the campus. Brothers, there are 4 Qs that you need to develop. What are they? The first Q is the physical quotient. What does it involve? It involves health, physical and mental sound health, strength in the body to take up all the vicissitudes of life. So you need to have good food habits and healthy habits so that you can sustain. Why I am saying this is because today's youth are neglecting their physical health. They take it for granted. You will not know it now. But once you cross the age of 25, 30 years, then you will have that strain in the body. I have seen various instances where our own friends have become victims of corporate life, victims of today's environment, victims of lifestyles, and spoiled their health and even given up their bodies. I am not talking about COVID. I am talking about the regular, indisciplined lifestyle. So, physical quotient is very important. The second is IQ, which you all have, intelligent quotient. Everybody has got IQ today. If today I have to conduct an IQ test, possibly all of you will score 100% in Swami's institutions. Probably in other institutions, people will score not less than 80-85%. Because everybody are good in IQ. There is no doubt for IQ. The third is the emotional quotient. An emotional quotient all of you lack. Because none of the youngsters today have emotional balance. And Swami wants us to develop emotional quotient. Theoretically, we are all good. Theoretically, we know about emotional quotient and things like that, but practically speaking, when we see a challenge, when we face a life challenge, we start shivering. So, emotional quotient is the third dimension which we have to develop, and the fourth dimension is the spiritual quotient. So, it is SQ. And this, of course, quotient, you're all very lucky that in these institutions, you are blessed to have good emotional quotient, which is very, very lacking in other colleges where I normally go for certain sessions. Swami talks about 4 knowledge. First is the Shastra Jnana. The Shastra Jnana is the bookish knowledge. From 10:45 onwards, whatever classes you are going to attend is Shastra Jnana. But is that enough? No. It is not at all enough. That is why I say life is a challenge. Meet it. If you have read about finance, if you have read about banking, if you have read about commerce and trade, if you have read about export management, brand management, zero. Why? Because the world outside there is totally different. I read in my BCom that this is called advertising, this is called marketing, this is called finance. Nothing exists outside. This is Shastra Jnana. The second type of Jnana is what? Anubhava Jnana. That is very important. Anubhava Jnana comes out of experience. Having just the basic Shastra Jnana in your behind, you need to go through the trial and tribulations and face life as a challenge. Everybody is a teacher. Everyone, including your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your uncles, your aunts, your colleagues, people who report to you, people to whom you report, your director, your vice president, your customers, your clients, everybody is a teacher who teaches you various aspects of life. And each time you face, and each time you don't buckle down, you need to come out successfully from that situation. That is Anubhava Jnana. Third aspect is Viveka Jnana. It is not enough if you have Anubhava Jnana and Shastra Jnana. Viveka Jnana is discrimination. Supposing you are a civil engineer, you know about civil engineering, but you should know about the Anubhava Jnana of government regulations. You should know Viveka Jnana. For example, I am constructing a building here. Will it affect others? Right? We have been talking, Rangarajan sir has been talking about individual discrimination and fundamental discrimination. I am a civil engineer, I want to construct a building, I want to make a profit. Right? I am not bothered whether it affects the other person or not. No. That is Viveka Jnana. Use your discrimination and ensure that others are not put into difficulty. The fourth one is Laukika Jnana. You also should know how to deal with people. That is Laukika. I am going to focus my talk today on Laukika Jnana, which is practical day-to-day interactions. And this is very, very important. This you will not get in a college. However, best rating the college has got, Laukika Jnana you will not get. You have to face, you have to go to the cricket ground, face every ball that comes. You should have the skill of Shastra Jnana, whether it is a good length ball or over-pitched ball or a short-pitched ball. How to loft it, how to ensure that you don't get caught, how to ensure that you face a swinging ball. You will get all kinds of deliveries. Swing delivery, reverse swing, all this you will get in life. Not in the form of a cricket ball, but in the form of people. So you should have more of Anubhava Jnana and Vivek Jnana coupled with Shastra Jnana and what is the last one? Laukika Jnana. Without Laukika Jnana and Anubhava Jnana, it is impossible to become successful in any profession. So, how to ensure that we get this is by experience and ensuring that you interact people, wiser people of yesteryears and get that experience. Now, my friends, as a soft skill trainer, there are a few topics which I like the most, and these are the very well sought after skills which you need when you join a corporate. One is effective communication skills, not just communication skills. Communication doesn't mean using rich vocabulary and bombastic language and confuse the other man. By using bombastic language, you only confuse the other man. It's an escapist route, so that he will think that this boy is very this thing. Let me not argue with him or discuss with him. Let me keep my contention with myself. That is not communication. When I say effective communication skills, it includes various parameters, and it includes the science of non-verbal communication. So first is effective communication skill. The next communication skill which you need in a corporate is effective interpersonal skills. How to deal with people. How to talk to your boss. How to deal with your colleagues. How to talk to your clients. What to talk, what not to talk, when to talk. How to discuss points in a meeting. Invariably, you have meetings every day with your boss, with your clients, with your colleagues. You need to take a lot of decisions. How to discuss. More often than not, the agenda will be something else, and people will get swayed away by some small petty discussion and all that. The whole time is lost. More often than not, this happens in official meetings. So, how to ensure that you navigate through the process and ensure that effectively you conduct a meeting. So, that is good interpersonal skills. And the third is attitudinal skills. If you have these three, you will be able to manage. Of course, the other aspects are, these days it is very important for you to know conflict management. How to ensure that you resolve a conflict. Conflict management skills. Change management skills. These are all part of leadership skills, because every day technology is changing, people's mentality is changing, lifestyle is changing, government policies are changing, laws are changing, climate is changing, roads are changing, what not. Everything is changing. How to get adjusted to the changed environment. Change management is very important. So, let me share a few thoughts about non-verbal communication, which is one of my favorite topics, which I do in every college as well as in a little bit of corporate training which I have conducted. Brothers, when a person is speaking or communicating verbally, there are two types of communication. One is verbal and second is non-verbal. Right? If you go like this, there is a signal there. Is a red signal, you are supposed to stop normally. Normally. Because people, today nobody stops. That is different. This is Anubhava Jnana. Nobody stops. Is an Anubhava Jnana. See, people go, normally you are supposed to stop and this is non-verbal communication. You are supposed to stop. Green. There is no mic and nobody will announce that you can go. You automatically go. That is non-verbal communication. Now when I am talking about verbal communication, what happens is, a research has revealed that 55% of what you speak, others understand by non-verbal communication. That is the signs of body language. 38% of what you speak, others understand by para-linguistic factors like the tone of your voice, your dress and things like that. See, that boy is tapping on the chair. His mind is somewhere else. This is the signs of non-verbal communication. If you have a knowledge of this, he is physically present but mentally absent. No. This is Anubhava Jnana. By looking at your face, I can tell you, looking at your eyes, I can tell you who are here, who are not here. Physically you are here, but mentally you are absent. I can tell you that you have a doubt in your mind by looking at you. How? I will tell you that. You can also get it. It's not nothing, it's not rocket science. Very, very simple. Only thing is, this is what is a part of Anubhava Jnana. I'm going to tell you, I'll share all this with you so that you can apply this when you go outside. 7% only your vocabulary matters. Only 7%. That means 93% of your communication, the other person understand by the signs of body language as well as by para-linguistic aspects. Supposing you go and meet a person, and I want a few volunteers to come, I want you to come please. 1 or 2 people to come here. Probably you may be knowing about this, probably you would have read these in books and things like that. But I am going to share with you certain of these skills which you have to learn. Predominantly, I am not going to give you time, okay? I'm going to take out my purse, I'm going to take out my visiting card. How do you meet a person? Of course, these days, more of online meeting is going on. But how do you meet a person for the first time, right? Karthik is representing my firm, Sai Consultants, right? This is my card. This is the business card. How does Karthik give and introduce himself? No, you don't have to. Saram. See, this is your card. You are meeting one client. I am a client. You give me this card, introduce yourself, come from there. Because more often than this thing, you are judged by the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you dress, the way you look. Look meaning not your facial look, how you look, where you look. Because people look there and shake hands and things like that. That is not proper. So these are all things which you have to learn. Yes, Karthik. Good that he's smiling. Yes. Good morning.
We are from the Sai Consultants firm.
Yeah.
So we mainly focus on developing soft skills and placement training. So in our firm, we train people to develop the basic skills that they require on a daily basis in their corporate life. Like soft skills like how to talk to people, how to manage with people.
He's giving me as if he's giving some cash. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else? Can you come please, brother? How do you give a visiting card for the first time and introduce. Please give him a hand. Your name? Pulkit. Yes, please. Morning. He's giving as if he's giving a memento to me.
We offer soft skill training and corporate training. So this is my.
Thank you. If he is giving like this, I have to go down and receive it. No? Okay, thank you. Good. Pulkit is good. Anybody else? Fast. Yes, please come. Yes, please come. I'll just finish. Oh, you're coming from this side. No problem. Hi. Yeah.
And we offer training for soft skills like speaking
Good. Good that you didn't use your left hand. 2 days back we saw, Rama lifted the bow by left hand. Sita lifted. He is also wanting to lift the visiting card by left hand. Oh, good that you didn't use the left hand. Okay, this is your card. Okay, thank you. Your name, please. Arvind. Nice meeting you, Arvind. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, anybody else? Yeah. Where is yeah? Good morning.
I'm from the Sai Consultants. We offer soft skill developments for corporate aspirants. And yeah, this is our card. You can have a look at it.
Okay. Thank you. Your name? Kabir. Kabir. Thank you, Kabir. Acha, be here, Kabir. Now, how many of you agree that whatever the other three brothers did, is it right? How many of you feel it is right? Nobody is lifting. 1, 2, you all felt that it is right? Good. How many of you feel, shall I take it that the balance people does not agree the method in which they are doing? How many of you feel don't agree? Don't worry, I will not call you here. Some people neither are here nor there. Okay, no problem. To save time, I will tell you. You have to learn this skill of offering a visiting card to a client. Don't say that we only have online meetings, sir. No, you will be having an opportunity to meet clients. The state president of this organization keeps traveling. He is a global vice president of Infosys. Finacle is a product. He keeps traveling 25 days in a month. Yesterday evening he was here. He gave the closing remarks of the Ramayana Saptaham. And he took a flight from here straight to airport. He went and Bombay. Today he is maybe meeting a client there. So you have to meet clients. You may have to, whether you are in marketing or sales or production or finance or wherever, whichever job you are taking, you will be having opportunity to meet people outside. And you should know the etiquette of meeting people. How you have to give your visiting card is, you have to hold your card like this. Don't do like this. Don't give as if you are bribing somebody else. Don't work. Yeah. You have to offer, you're giving value to your profession, you're giving value to your organization which you represent. And you also have to give value to the client or the person whom you are meeting. So, the proper etiquette of handing over a visiting card, which is a fundamental factor for interpersonal skills, because this is going to be the basis in which your interpersonal relationship with that person will build up. Right? So the first things first is that you have to, not reverse, you have to ensure that. So that whether he sees you or not, he is able to read the contents of your visiting card. Kabir, is it clear? So how do you give it now?
So you could have a look at our visiting card as well.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. You give your visiting, you introduce yourself and give your visiting card in such a manner show it like this so that I am able to, it is visible for me. That's all. Okay, now shake hands first, because shaking hands is the next topic which I am going to come. Yeah. Yes, morning.
Consultants. We offer at Sai Consultants we offer soft skills development. So I'm here to give you some information. Firstly, you can have a look at our visiting card.
Thank you. Oh, you are into soft skills and placement training. Okay. Oh, you live in Vijayanagar. Your name is Kabir. Thank you very much. This is how you have to respond to receiving. See, giving a visiting card is one, receiving a visiting card is second. Supposing I say like this, you give value to your visiting card and say, okay, give me that, repeat again. Repetition makes you the skill better. Knowledge, skill, balance, insight, says Bhagwan, right? Knowledge, when does it become skill? When you practice. So let him, you will get practice. Right?
Good morning, sir. This is Kabir Devnath from Sai Consultants. So at Sai Consultants, we offer soft skill development.
The way I will receive this visiting card is, very nice meeting you, Kabir Devnath. You are from Sai Consultants. Oh, you are into soft skills and placement, is it? Oh, very nice. We will definitely get in touch with you, because we will be definitely having a lot of requirements. Okay, this is your phone number. I will get in touch with you. Thank you. Very nice meeting you. So, to receive a visiting card, suppose I receive it like this. You give me the visiting card. Just don't have to speak with me. Okay, fine. What does he feel? This happens, sir. This has happened to me. This will happen to you also. Immediately you will get the message that this man is not interested in meeting. This man is not interested in our organization at all. Right? So, you also have to give value to the person who has come in to meet you. So, that is the value that you have to learn. And read that and then put it in your pocket. This is about receiving and giving a visiting card. Thank you. Please give him a hand. The second skill in non-verbal communication is you will be able to understand the psyche of a person or his present state of mind, not his character, the present state of his mind, how occupied he is, how busy he is, what kind of a mental state he is in, by the manner in which he shakes hands with you. Of course, during the COVID time, we were asked to not to shake hands, but pre-COVID times and also the post-COVID times, when you meet somebody, it may be anybody, not necessarily in business. In office, for example, you enter the office, your boss is also entering. Hi, Rakesh, how are you? He gives you a call. He gives you a handshake. How he gives a handshake determines that moment's state of mind. So there are various types of handshake. Possibly some of you would have read in books, but Anubhava, that is Shastra Jnana. Anubhava Jnana is totally different. And Laukika Jnana is also different. So how to ensure that you shake hands properly? There are various types of handshakes. One is dominant handshake. Yeah, absolutely, you know. One is dominant handshake. The second one is submissive handshake. The third is knuckle handshake or the revenge handshake. The fourth is politician's handshake. And the fifth one is guilty handshake. A person is guilty. And the sixth one, which is not prevalent in normal business situations, but which is there in some part of India, maybe class 2, class 3 tier towns, class B class or C class towns, which is still prevalent, which is a very crude method, is the sixth type of handshake. It's called as a reminder handshake. So let's see one by one quickly, so that we can go to the other signs of non-verbal communication. I want volunteers, please. One or two more, can you? So I thought you were raising your hand. See, this is non-verbal communication. The moment I asked you, any volunteers please, he was looking at his watch. But I thought sir is interested in coming as a volunteer. Yeah, please come. Yeah, you also come. just demonstrate to you. What's your name? Pranay is reporting to me. And Pranay's vice president. He is entering the office. I gave him a handshake like, hi Pranay, how are you? I am giving a dominant handshake. So when I have a feeling that I am a superior person compared to Pranay, I am not equal to him. I am the one who recruited him. I interviewed him. I have given him his increment. He gave me the self-appraisal and things like that. If I have that feeling at the moment of shaking hands, then I shake hands like this. So the message you get is that the moment anybody gives a dominant handshake, he thinks he is much superior to you. These are all skills, my friends. This is what is called as Anubhava Jnana. This is what is called as Laukika Jnana. So, he gives this thing. Now, what happens is, according to etiquette in life, you are not supposed to give submissive handshake. Now, what is submissive handshake? Submissive handshake is, a person is giving a dominant handshake, but you have to give a submissive handshake. Submissive handshake is that you feel very low. Supposing I am reporting to him, right? I feel that he is much superior to me, he is much knowledgeable, he is much experienced, right? I have to learn a lot of skills from him and things like that. If I have that attitude and the thought in my mind, my natural body language, my expression would be, hi Pranay, how are you? Right? So I am not supposed to be submissive. Swami says, have self-esteem, have self-respect. Don't belittle yourself too much. Right? So, I don't have to give submissive handshake. Now, Pranay is equal to my cadre. The third possibility. He is not superior to me. In fact, maybe I am superior to him. But yet, he feels that he is a learned person. He got in maybe a gold medal in his MBA or something like that. Right? He has scored the highest marks and he is having a lot of future and things like that. He feels at that moment that he is superior to me. So how does he give a handshake? If you feel superior, how do you give a handshake? Now what will happen is, I am forced to give a submissive handshake. I don't have to give submissive handshake. What do I do? What do I do? Yeah, very good. Most of you are all having Anubhava Jnana also. So he gives a handshake. Don't shake hands. Don't shake hands. Hold it. Smile at him. Turn. Then shake hands. Okay? You have to start shaking hands only after turning. And you say, you fellow, don't think you are very, very superior. I am equal to you, if not more. Right? So you turn and then give a handshake. Got it? Good. Please give a hand. Yes. The next one. We have seen dominant handshake, we have seen submissive handshake. The third one is what is called as politician's handshake. Now what does politicians do? In Kannada they say, no, kai kodtane. I don't know how many of you know Kannada. Kai kodtane means that fellow is given heart. They don't give one heart, they give two hearts. Both the hands they give. Now, yes brother, what's your name? Sanatan. Sanatan, my God, what a name, no? Sanatana. Okay, please come, sir. So, I am the person. Let me demonstrate what exactly is this politician's handshake. I normally give a handshake. Not only this, but also this. You would have seen various pictures of Narendra Modi or anybody who is going outside. They give a handshake like this. Both the hands. What does this mean? This also means it is also called as reassurance handshake. That means you are reassuring that person that you can count upon my support. Or I am sorry I did not help you, I will help you. I will partner with you in business. That's why when you sign an MOU with any other joint venture or any other business partner and all that, after the signature is over, they shake hands, they offer both the hand. I am with you. Don't worry, I am with you. So they give both the hands. Is it clear? Right? So if anybody gives a handshake like that, he may not be a business partner with you, but get that message that he is trying to assure you something. Think, then you will get the answer. Yeah, I gave 1 lakh to him. He has not returned back. I gave 1 lakh to Sathya. He has not returned back to me. Now he is giving me a reassurance handshake. Don't worry, I will return back. He is not saying that by words. He is a clear person. Now this is what is called as Laukika Jnana. We must have knowledge about these things before even we go to the corporate. Because when we have this kind of knowledge, that knowledge will get converted into skill. Thank you. I met a person in the market and he is not connected to my product. I was selling sewing machines and the person was selling fans. But the companies I was representing, Usha International, he was representing Orient Fans. And recently they lost a big order to us. We were competitors and they lost order to us of more than 1,000 fans to a government department. He instantly met me. Though I am not connected to the product, the way he shook hands with me after a long time, normally he doesn't shake hands, he shook hands like me, like this. This is called as knuckle handshake. And by the way, you should not do like this, you have to hold it properly. Don't hold it too tightly. And he gave a handshake like this. Hi Sundar, how are you? Then he did like this. I was paying. I said, I didn't ask him that, but I got the message immediately. Message is, recently, they lost a big order. So he was having a competitive attitude, a revenge attitude. A person who is having a revenge attitude or a competitive attitude would normally use a knuckle handshake. This is the other type. The other one is, the last one, or the fourth one, is that a person gives a handshake. This is called as a sweaty palm handshake, or his palm is sweating. It's not because of his physiological reasons, but at that point of time, if a person is guilty, if a person has told some lies, and then he is facing the reality by meeting you, immediately his palm will start sweating. This also happens. The other one is, if supposing you are not confident or you are not interested, supposing you are going and meeting the director of Bank of Baroda or director of Axis Bank, you are going and meeting him on a business proposal. He gives a handshake like this. He has just come out of the meeting because you have been waiting for a long time. He came out of the meeting and he wants to meet you. You have given him the visiting card. Now what does he say? He gives a handshake like this. You are giving a proper handshake, but he doesn't give a full handshake. He just touches your fingers and leaves it. This is called as a disinterested handshake. So you can get the message that this person is busy. Then you have to say that if you are busy, sir, I will come and meet you tomorrow. Did he say that? He didn't say that. But how do you get that message? By this practical anubhava jnana. He is not giving a full this thing. He is only touching the fingers and then leaving it. That means he is not interested in meeting you. Either he is angry with you, or he is not interested in meeting with you, or he is very busy. Next time he will not give the same handshake. So as I told you, at the spur of the moment, at the time of meeting, that is the kind of attitude or that is the kind of feeling he has got with you. The next part of the handshake is, supposing you are giving a handshake and he has promised me something which he has not done. You know what happens is, see, all this knowledge you must have. This is what is called as Laukika Jnana. What happens when you go into a government department or you go to a sales tax department for your income tax assessment or sales tax assessment, or what happens is, they expect money. Right? Suppose you say that, okay sir, we will do something. Now he would like to remind you, have finished your work and say, thank you sir, I am going. He will not allow you to go, no? Because you have not paid him. So what he will scratch your palm. But no, this is done all this. You will not know. So he will scratch your handshakes, which determines what kind of a person whom you are meeting. Thank you. Thank you. Second, the third aspect of science of non-verbal communication is 15 minutes. Is it 5 minutes? 10:35. The next type of science of body language is arm objections. Say for example, if I can see none of you have crossed your arms, but when I conduct normal sessions, there's about 5 to 10 people who will be crossing their arms. Now what does crossing arms mean? Defensive. Very good. You had a session before like this? Or you read in books? Business communication. Oh, very good, very good. So when you are crossing your arms, it means that you are defensive. You cannot convince a person if he has crossed his arms. You cannot convince a person when you are trying to give a presentation. Very, very important. When you are giving a presentation to your client or even a proposal to your management team, your board of directors, and 1 or 2 directors have crossed their arms. You cannot convince them. So how will you ensure that they open up the arms? One thing. One clue I'll give. Suppose he has crossed his arms. He has crossed his arms. He has crossed his arms. Crossed his arms. Now I want to ensure that he opens up his arms. Then only I can continue my presentation. So stop your presentation and then you can't say, sir, please don't cross your arms. Listen to my presentation. You can't say that, no? So he's crossing his arms. So he's crossing his arms. How to ensure that he opens up? Either you cut a joke so that he laughs, change the subject so that he opens up his arms. Second. Third method is you show something, some statistic or some numerical information to him, but don't show him like this. If you show him like this, he will cross his arms and see that. I will not show like this. I will show this, sir. You see this. So after he's opened his arms, show this, go back to your presentation. Why I am saying this? Can you do all these things? You have to. The reason being that until the person opens up his arms, you cannot carry the conviction or you cannot carry the message, what you intend to give. Because your time is very precious. Right? So all these are a part. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please give him a hand. All this is a part of the skills which all we need to practice. Now good that your business communication lessons have taught you this. But now, I don't know how many of you are practicing this. This you can practice at home, with your friends, with your colleagues. You have to practice and ensure that you observe people of their body language so that you get and develop the right kind of interpersonal skills. Now my friends, last 5 minutes, let's take 5 minutes. 5 more minutes I think. These are all skip. But I would like to make a personal appeal to you and take this opportunity as students of Sai fraternity. When you go out of this campus, get connected to Bhagwan always, number 1. Participate in Sai activities. Don't give it up. Don't give up and compromise on the values that you have learned here. As I told you, this institution is a blessed institution. You have to set up an example to the outside world that you are a Sai student. Swami has told this innumerable number of times. But of late, we have been observing the conduct of certain of the students, which is not emulating the kind of values that you have learned. You have values, but you are not practicing it. You feel that the environment has spoiled you. You are becoming a victim of circumstances. Don't become like that. Yesterday we have all heard about the story of Hanuman. Day before yesterday we saw the story of Rama, Bharata, Lakshmana and all that. You have to be like a Lakshmana or a Bharata. imbibe the values, practice the values, get connected to the organization, get connected to seva activities in some form. Don't leave that Sai link. Once you leave that link, brothers, I'm telling you, Swami will be only watching you. We need Bhagwan's grace, and that is very, very important, more than the bank deposits you have. Today in life, we need grace of God, and that you can get only by practicing Swami's teachings in life, whatever may be the condition. With these few words, I thank the director for having given me this opportunity, and I offer all the whatever sharing I have done at the lotus feet of Bhagwan. Thank you, guys. Offering our humble pranams at Bhagwan's lotus feet, respected Sundar sir, colleagues, and dear students. Swami very beautifully tells, there are no coincidences in life. Whenever we come into the fold of Bhagwan, Swami converts coincidences into Sai incidents. In fact, I had told this to our respected guest, even yesterday, this time, I was not thinking that our guest Sundar sir will be actually addressing us today. Swami plans everything in his own superb, masterly way. The guest who had to come here suddenly, because of a medical emergency, dropped out. And the person to whom I immediately thought we should be able to connect to was our Sundar sir, and the beauty of it was he was already present at Brindavan for the Ramayana Saptaha, and Swami arranges everything so beautifully that we had this very wonderful session from sir on how we should necessarily develop our skills of interacting and introducing with everyone. These are very useful skills wherein you would be able to, what Swami tells in a very beautiful way, you will be able to impress as well as develop the confidence about yourself in others. And that comes out of abhyasa, practice. We are thankful to you, sir, for giving us this wonderful demonstration of how we need to do certain small things, but in the correct manner. These things will surely help all our students in a better way when they interact with people outside. We would surely like to have many more sessions of similar type for the students. Thank you once again, sir. We'll close today's session with Mangalarati. Request you to kindly take Mangalarati. Thank you.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Sathya Sai Hare Bhakta Jana Samrakshaka Bhakta Jana Samrakshaka Bhakti Madheshwara Om Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Shri Radha Shri Shanti.